Oh man, let me tell you, my mom was commenting to me the other night actually that she couldn't believe that those videos I put out, one person does everything.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, you know.
Well,
So,
nowadays, I mean, with technical stuff like technology, I feel like it's a lot easier now to kind of get, better ways to do things and have it be more simple.
oh yeah, none of this was possible 20 years ago.
No, no, absolutely not. And
Uh,
you know, um, I always say like 2000, I was like -5 years old. When
right?
technology was starting to really pop up, and
Yeah.
so that makes you feel old. I don't know what does.
Well, I mean, uh, I got two kids, so they make me feel old every day.
My baby sisters, like, they're a whole new generation, and it drives me insane. Like, how is this happening? But yeah, I mean, as far as that goes too, like as a family guy, like as a father, like, do you ever show your kids like your type of music, like your favorite music, or do you ever bring that part into their lives? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. I love to share my music with my kids. And okay, well, so my younger one, I have a 7-year-old and a 14-year-old, and my 7-year-old, she doesn't like the screaming so much. So, you know, her favorite artist is Taylor Swift.
aw,
Yeah, it's great. We jam out to it. It's fun.
really?
But and then my older daughter listens to some of the music I do, and that makes me pretty proud. It's pretty cool too. But also, I think it's really important to listen to what they're listening to, especially with my 14-year-old. I listen to the music she brings me, and I send her songs, and we pass them back and forth. And I really like that because back to inspiration, I find a lot of inspiration for ClericWitch through new music that my kiddo shows me.
Do you ever show your kids your music that you perform and that you write?
Mhm. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Do they have a favorite song?
You know, that's a good question. If I asked, they would probably say, "Oh, Dad." Uh, so my answer to that is whatever the most embarrassing song is their favorite.
Hey, there you go. Let's see what else I got here. So, let's see. I've got an evolving type of question. So, from where you started out, how old were you when you like started playing music? When you started, playing instruments, especially your
Okay.
voice too, being an instrument.
Yeah, when I started playing seriously was around 12 is when I finally had the patience to sit down and learn how to play guitar. Uh, and I did it with Green Day and Nirvana. You know, the easy stuff when you're coming in, first discovering rock. You don't go dive straight from Garth Brooks into Suicide Silence, right?
Hey, there you go. Suicide Silence is such a good band. They are.
Oh, they underrated. They've aged very well. I love that band.
Oh yeah. Or like Helmet. Helmet is so underrated. So
Mhm.
underrated. And I feel like not a lot of people, give them the spotlight that they deserve.
Yeah, for sure.
But
A lot of bands. Oh man, we could go all day. But
yeah.
don't get.
Well, there's like this band that my boyfriend's dad was in, and it's called Ugly. And then he was also in like Renzel Moon. It's like a band that's like way long time ago.
That's
But
cool.
they were pretty popular back in the day. But I feel like they didn't get the type of like acknowledgement now as they did, and they should still be remembered. Those types of bands that are so under
Yeah.
like.
Oh, I I know exactly what you're talking about because let's talk about this pentagram meme that's going all over the intergrams of the singer from Pentagram is that old dude with the
Yeah.
mustache and the right? I saw that and all these people are like, "Oh my God, this is great! This guy's fantastic!" they're a great fun band, but it was hilarious to me because it's like, oh, I remember this band. Like, I found this band randomly back in the day. How is this even a thing now? It's crazy.
That's kind of how I was when Princess Chelsea became like super popular.
Yeah.
Like now over TikTok, like that song "Cigarette Duet." I found her song, believe it or not, because we were talking about like My Little Pony earlier.
Right.
We talking about how the kiddos really like that, and it was like an old childhood show of mine. But
Yeah.
I found it on a Skyrim video where someone modded it to make it look like they were writing Rainbow Dash, and that song was playing, and that's how I found out about Princess Chelsea.
That's the best way that you can find music is the random routes.
Yeah, like years ago too. So
Picking up music by the artwork. That's probably one of my favorite ways to do it.
yes, it is so perfect too, because it's like I feel like it's such a very creative way though too. I mean, TikTok is still a very creative way to find different songs, to be able to find things on the ground, but like I don't know. It's just that thing of years ago, like long time ago with like YouTube. It's just there's nothing like it. People would like use modded videos, stuff like that, and they play like such underground music, and it's just
Oh
I feel
yeah.
like better than TikTok.
Uh, well, they both have their ups and downs, right?
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
I tell you what, I definitely prefer the TikTok age because all those great little bands I can find them now.
It's
Right, you're not waiting on your buddy to pass you a mixtape with this band you've never heard of on it, right?
yeah.
So it's pretty great. I'm all for it.
Oh yeah. Well, and like TikTok too, especially. I feel like with the age of the internet, you can find more people, you can find more venues to play at. You have more of the ability of finding more connections. Just connecting with people is such a beautiful thing.
Oh yeah,
I'm really grateful for Creature because I met her off Snapchat. You know,
yeah.
we both have a mutual friend named Sunny that I'm going to interview at some point, but funny enough, we both knew him. So
That's great. Yeah, very genuine connections.
oh yeah,
That's
but
cool.
as far as like even with music, because I was talking to you about starting off, like do you happen to have like any kind of advice for people starting out, even if it's young or old, people that are starting out now, regardless of their age?
I absolutely do. Twofold. Number one is stick with it, right? We were talking about Lorna Shore a second ago. Lorna Shore was a band for like 10 years before Will Ramos joined them, and then that was the chemistry that band needed to pop off. So keep at it is number one, and then number two is really assess what success means to you. The best advice I ever heard was from famous guitarist Tom Morello, right?
Yeah.
And I saw an interview with him, and he said that you have to decide what success means for your music. And he said that if he plays it and, three people like it, that's successful to him because he was able to make that connection. And I very much feel that same way. I remember, well, even now, music's always been a way to feel connected with other people. So, if I can have one person, hear my song and feel like we're not alone, that's magic right there.
Definitely. And even talking about, like our inspirations for music and people that we are very fond of, because I don't ever really like to use the word idol because it creates such a false sense of like reality of like who people are. It's like we don't know those people, so it's like it's not really fair to idolize. But I would say like who we admire the most. We were talking about like Lorna Shore. So who, dead or alive, would you collaborate with? At any given point, they reached out and were like, "Hey, we heard your music. We want to kind of have you, do a song with us." Who would you choose and why?
Okay. You ready for this? Billie Holiday.
Huh?
Billie Holiday.
Oh my God, yeah. He's great.
Yeah. Uh, Specifically, um, I would want to do a modern take with her on Strange Fruit, which is, I just recently became aware of this song, but it's one of the first protest songs, and it's got some very striking lyrics in it. If anyone's not familiar, go look it up, folks. It's pretty heavy songs. I would love that.
There's this class I was part of in high school, and it was history of rock and roll, and they were talking about her. Like, she is phenomenal. I think they showed us her protest song.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's very powerful, very powerful.
Very.
Well, and I feel like though too back then, I feel like I would say even now. I mean, it's just depending on the topic, but I feel like songs were more. I don't know how to word this, but like the lyrics and everything, there was like more emotion into it. Besides punk now, if that makes sense, like music in that time and era, it was so. What's the word? My brain is just it's
well.
Yeah.
Back to the Billie Holiday example. I mean, that song "Strange Fruit" is about the lynchings, and she released that song while that was still very much a thing that was happening. So I would say that I love that example of what you're talking about, because it's a lot of music was also kind of safe back then, and her coming out and singing those words and it being put onto vinyl and put out, that's a pretty bold statement.
Oh yeah, and I feel like nowadays, and it's not to say that lyrics aren't strong now. I mean, it is, but it's more um, not necessarily socially acceptable. It is, but it's also because people are more supportive. People aren't afraid anymore, to talk about these things. And I think that's what's really nice about this day and age. Whereas like back then, it was like, you weren't to talk about it. It was just not something you brought up,
Totally, you didn't.
Yeah, and it was just one of those protected times,
Yeah.
And I just appreciate, this day and age where I'm able to be born into this time period where, I'm very lucky that we are able to protest. We are able to talk about these things without it being like bad, in that way.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think I just knocked stuff over. It's okay, Phil. We'll survive. Well, that was a good squirrel moment. We were just talking about the protest themes in music. Well, I mean, for one, what is punk if you take the messages out of it?
Then it's not punk.
Exactly.
Punk is political, and it has to be.
Exactly. Now, not everyone wants to make political music. Not everyone wants to listen to political music, and that's okay. That's people's prerogative. But I would certainly like to follow in the footsteps of those that came before me and use whatever voice I can speak with to speak out for the issues and people that I care about.
Definitely. Oh yeah, for sure. It's like there's so much going on in this world right now, and I feel like, if we all just stick together and try to work through things and, just kind of stand up for one another, things would definitely be easier. But
Absolutely. And stand together and stand up for each other, stand up for our neighbors, stand up for our freedom of speech. Because while we're having this conversation, I'm not coming here to dive into politics on